What's up guys, this is your boy Rusian with another Raid Shadow Legends video on the Hell Hades 2025 free-to-play challenge. And let me tell you this, we are entering Hell Week. And I can explain what Hell Week is. So let's take a quick look on the leaderboards. Alright, so as we can see here guys, right now, I just dropped 6th place. Now, pretty much, I would say between 7th place and 1st place, 8th place as well, it has been very tight. As you guys see, Neva actually is already on 29, so is Bront Catter, 2,900 points, over 2,900 points. Dante Raids approaching as fast as he can. I believe he was actually on 2nd last night. But anyway, the point right now is, and that's why I call that Hell Week, is this will change. Now, it may change in complete different ways. You may have some guys all the way down here around 1,900 points, jumping all the way up to the 1st place, the 10 first places. And let me explain why. So, right now, if you guys take a look, let's look at the overall. After 1 month of the competition, we're gonna have some new points. And what do I mean by that? Everything here being first on champion development. Let me close this. Wait. It will give you extra points, right? So, even if you're all the way in the bottom, but you have been the first one to actually complete getting 5 6 stars, 6 stars, whatever, it will give you extra points on top of your points. So being on top of the board right now is a big deal, gonna become a big deal. And I don't know why this is happening, sorry. So what do I mean by this? What is the main issue, right? So I am in a lot of the boards, okay? I'm in a lot of the boards, right? Not in Classic Arena. I'm still Gold 1, but I arrive on Gold 1 after a lot of people. I'm trying to move to Gold 2, but it's being hell right now. The good thing is, now we have a tournament, what usually gets a lot of players to put like weaker teams for defense, so I may be able to move to Gold 2, hopefully, and who knows, maybe even Gold 3. That's going to be a hard push for me, but it's something that is not impossible to happen. Second is Tag Team Arena. I am going to try to push to Bronze 3, what is actually very hard to do because I barely have any teams, right? But I'm still on the board right now. I should be able to stay on the board at least, and maybe, who knows, move up. Current fastest champion. I'm going to have to work on that because I need to start working on Fire Knight, so there is a chance I may get to the board as well. Normal campaign, I'm already on the board. Those are locked in. And here, I'm also on the board. Doom Tower, I'm on the board for Rotation 1. And I should be going up the board on Rotation 2. The problem is I got stuck at one of the bosses. I'm going to show you guys in a little bit. When we talk about the account, but I'm being able to move up, so I should be somewhere in here. I doubt I'm gonna be in the top. Nub Raid's done a great job by closing Doom Tower. Demon Lord still putting some work. That's somewhere where gonna come some of the bad decisions. They're not exactly bad, but it's just not decisions I would be making right away. Hydra, gonna try to put some work as well. Chimera. And mostly the dungeons. As you guys see here, Nub Raids all the way on hard 1. Tracks on level 24. I am somewhere, I think, level 16 right now. I should be able to push up. Ice Golem, 15. Nobody works on Ice Golem, but I'm gonna have to next week. And I'll explain everything why. Same thing with the other ones. You guys get the point. Now, let's discuss, let's talk really quick um, why do I need, what's going on in here, right? So you get extra points if you're on the board. If the higher you are, the more points you get. So even if you're to the middle of the overall, right, between all the content creators, but you're on the top of the board in a lot of those things, you may actually jump over everybody. Because I believe it's like 200 points or so, or 250 for first place. So if you're on the board a lot, you may actually be able to, on those points alone, just jump up. And a lot of those points people are getting right now are points that are still open for grabs, because they have to do with what level you are on each one of the dungeons, etc. So it's points that you can still get even afterwards, right? All right, so let's look at where we are in the account, what problems we've been having. First of all, let's look at the champions, right? So I got 4 6 stars right now, actually 5 6 stars. And the problem, as you guys can see, is that every single one of my 6-star champions are magic affinity. So it creates a huge issue when I'm going against force champions, right? Now, I couldn't really avoid that issue, because for me to clear a lot of the content I've been clearing, I needed to have those champions. But now I have to start working on other champions. And which ones am I looking at? So Kyoko is a great champion, but if you guys notice, I have a lot of defense, right? So I will be getting her up, but just not right now. This guy, Genzi, great champion. Not nothing amazing, but he's pretty fast. He hit 3 times on the A1, what helps me against Fire Knight. So, but I'm still not getting him up right now. I am getting first down caller. I do need her as a healer right now, so I can change a little bit, take Ugo out. Because Ugo does a decent job with the lowering the defense, but I feel that being able to get increased defense, increased attack from her, plus the heals, plus revives, and decrease the cooldown after she revives someone, that's very important. The main issue is it's being extremely hard to get books right now for Epic Champions. Even Hades mentioned that it feels like a lot of the events where we would be able to get in, or tournaments, they have been subbed by some of those new things you need for the forge, for relic crafting. So I do have a couple of relics to be able to get in later. So that's one of the biggest issues. Right now, I have Ugo booked. I could not get Togor completely booked. So I don't even have to say that Tabitha, even she doesn't take as many books as a lot of those champions, still going to be a bit of an issue. So my priorities, I would say, for the next steps, right? So Spirit Host, she helped me a lot in the Most in the Spider on Doom Tower. So I'm probably going to get her very quick to level 50. Probably not above that, but I'm going to have to get her to level 50. My main priority to get to level 50 or 60, honestly, is Fenty, that I just pulled last night. And the reason is, it's because of multi-attack. So you have attack 3 times, with a chance of putting decreased speed on the A1. You have attack 3 times again, 50% chance of decrease the target's turn meter by 15%. And I believe that's each heat, so all the way up to 45%. And honestly, it's in a 2-turn cooldown if I can book him. So that would be amazing. And the last one is attack twice with a chance of putting a poison, right? So Fenchy, because I am stuck on Fahrenheit 12, I believe. Let's take a look. So yeah, right now I am stuck on 12. I do need to get 13 for many reasons. One of them, I need the points. I need to get on the board. And the second reason is so I can complete the challenge. Right? So I have this challenge open. I just need to clear stage 13 and I can get a sacred chart. So that's one of my priorities. Hopefully I can pull something. I actually am not even wanting to pull a Lego unless that's someone like Senna. Okay. I rather pull someone like Geomancer or even Cold Heart. But that's wishful thinking. Well, Cold Heart I wouldn't be able to pull from there, but you guys know, like some of those champions would help me a lot more, like Godseeker. Yeah. So the other thing, if you guys look at Faction Wars, I have been getting pretty far on Faction Wars. And next week, I probably, since I'm going to be leveling a lot of food, but not unless it's one or two special champions that I need to be able to get up more on some of those dungeons. I am going to be getting some of the teams I need for something like Undead Horde, right? That is completely open. Demon Spawn, also very low. And Demon Spawn is very easy for me to be able to get champions because you can just farm on 12. The only problem you're gonna end up is just silver. But that's a different problem, right? High Elf as well, get a decent team. Start getting some of those barbarians, because those are points that are very easy for me to get. Even if I get a 3-man team and I put a decent enough equipment, I should be able to get a good amount of points in here and climb the board. I'm not that far. I am the board right now. I just need to be able to get a little bit higher because of the points. So I have a week to do that right now. Clan boss is also going to be an issue. So Clan boss not being horrible. I'm not on the board, but I'm still high enough. The problem you usually find is, like, for example, if I get against force on normal or anything, I end up having a little bit of problem. But it's something everybody's feeling because most of us have magic affinity. You see, like, the people making a little bit more points sometimes is you have some force or you have some spirit, right? Anyway, so Hydra, wishful thinking, I would have to pull something pretty good to be able to, get me a little bit higher. But then again, I think I am the board. It's just very hard for anybody to get there. All right. So, yeah, that's pretty much the focus. And the reason why I call this Bad Choice Week is because a lot of times I may level champions higher than I would usually level to be able to solve a problem and to be able to get me more points. Like, for example, Caden. I love Caden. He's a really good reviver. He revives 2 members of the team. He has, I believe that's increased attack, decreased defense, right? Okay, so he has provoke, decreased attack, sorry. So it's pretty decent, and on a 4-turn cooldown, revives 2 random allies. He's not as book heavy as some of the other ones. If you really luck out, you can actually get this without using many books and just don't worry about the rest. But the problem is I have 3 or 4 revivers in my team right now. I really don't need him, but he may need a little bit of help on Faction Wars because he can be kind of squishy, and honestly most enemies, they'll just target him. So get a couple of those guys up, even people I wouldn't choose, getting enough food. when I got my last 6-star, it was hell because I did not even have 2-star champions to level. So I was kind of stuck. I had energy. I just didn't have enough energy, right? And I really have to start focusing, start Sunday mostly, on potion keeps. So right now I can clear, well, not this. All right, I can clear all the way up to 15. I get stuck on 16, but you gotta understand, like 16, I don't die. It would be pretty much like a battle that would go through 20 hours if we didn't have a turn limit, and nobody would. It would be pretty much both sides not losing energy or anything. So what I need to do is I just need to put someone with decrease heal, like block heals and stuff, and I should be able to move probably to level 20, to stage 20. So that's what I'm saying. But for that, I'm gonna have to have the accuracy high enough. So I'm probably gonna have to have this, whatever champion it is, level 50. What I usually try to avoid is get foods all the way up to 50. I usually try to get them to 40, and then, you know. But I don't have any really good champion that will get me this, that I would want to level 50. So I'm gonna have to make those choices. You know, it is a waste of energy to a point, but sometimes you have to do it. So yeah, and on missions right now, I believe in a day or two, I should be able to get Relic Keeper. I already have all the champions necessary. Right now, the only things I'm doing is I'm farming Minotaur to be able to get 3 Tier 4 Masteries for 4 champions. I am having to actually use Sigmund and Armger to get, and the reason why is because I already had a lot of their masteries on, so it was cheaper for me to run then. To be honest, I would rather have been spent on Alice, but being able to get all the way here gives me 2 legendary books, and the following missions give you a lot of gems, what probably gonna help me to be able to get the masteries for Alice. So right now I've been spending gems on energy, just trying to clear this, get to the next point, and then focus on masteries again. So yeah, like I said, that's gonna be a week for that reason. And yeah, that's where we're at, guys. So anyway, thanks for being here. And as always, I'll see you in the game.